Hello everybody, my name is Peter Klapper from the School of Biosciences at the University of Kent in Canterbury. In this video clip I want to show you a very neat method that you can use to convert units. And this method is called dimensional analysis. So how does it work? Let's assume we want to convert, say, 3.5 kilometers. And we want to know how many millimeters this is. It's just an example to show you how this method works. And usually you wouldn't do something like that. But in following videos, I show you that this method is really useful to solve more complex problems. So rule number one is in order to do that, we write down what we are actually looking for. So in this case, we want to know how many millimeters we have. And this helps us not to lose sight of our aim. The next thing that we do is a long line, which is basically sort of a fraction. Now, the next step is we use what we have been given. So here we've got the 3.5 kilometers. So we write 3.5 kilometers, and which just simply can write 1. So we've got a neat fraction here, 3.5 kilometers in the numerator, and simply a 1 to make it a real fraction in the denominator. Now, what have we got? So we've got a unit here. This kilometer we have standing here in the numerator, and our aim is to get rid of this. So what we do is we put the same unit, this kilometer, into the denominator down here. So we know that 1 kilometer is equivalent to 1,000 meters. Right? Now, we have the meters here again in the numerator, so we want to put the same unit into the denominator here. So we can say we know that 1 meter equals 1,000 millimeter. So what we see is that we have the desired unit, millimeter. We have that sitting here, and basically our job has almost come to an end. So we've got the millimeter here, and this is what we wanted. So what can we do with that? Now we can say, okay, we can cancel the kilometers here. We can cancel the meters, so that's here, and all that's left is these millimeters. So what we've got is 3.5 times 1,000 times 1,000, and the unit that we have left here is millimeters. We don't need to worry about the ones down here because they don't really contribute. So we have, if we want to write this a little bit nicer, we can write this as 3.5 times 10 to the power of 6 millimeters. So this is a very simple example for a conversion. Now we can also do another example. So for example, we want to know how many seconds are in say 12 years. And of course we assume that we don't have any leap years. That just simply makes it a little bit awkward. But just to show you the principle again, so what are we looking for? Rule number one is we write down what we want to know. So we've got seconds here. Then large fraction, and we write down what we have been given. So we've got given the 12 years. So 12 years. and we write that as a fraction, so that's 1. Now we know that the year is here in the numerator, so we want it down here in the denominator. So we've got 1 year, and that is 365 days. Now we have the days in the numerator. Let's put the days into the denominator. So we know that 1 day has 24 hours. We have the hours in the numerator, so the hours go down here, and we know that 1 hour has 60 minutes. I have to extend my fraction, and the minutes are up here again, so we put them down here. 1 minute, and that is equal to 60 seconds. Now we see that we've got the seconds here, and that is what we wanted to have here, so we can stop. And now we can cancel things. We can cancel our units. So the years cancel out, the days cancel out, hours cancel out, minutes cancel out, and all we've left is these these seconds. So we can write equals 12 times 365 times 24 times 60 times 60 seconds. And I leave it up to you to calculate that. I hope you can see how this dimensional analysis is a very neat method actually to convert units into different kind of units. And in the next video I show you how we can deal with a little bit more complex issues with that. Thank you very much for watching.